Hello Bubba's and welcome back to another video. I finally feel like I'm at a point where I have read a decent amount of books to be able to recommend to you guys based on certain categories. I've been wanting to do something like this for so long now, but I just didn't have enough books that I've read to be able to do something like this, and I feel like I'm finally there. And we're starting off strong with summer reads. I don't know about you. Based on the season, the weather, the month we're in, my mood for books change. For example, right, in the fall, a lot of people are feeling autumnal books. Same thing for me. I start instantly craving books where I feel like I can smell the crisp air, I can see the leaves changing, I can hear the kids laughing in fall festivals, apple picking, pumpkin spice. Like, I want to feel all of that in a book. So towards the end of the year, I read a lot of holiday, festival, romance books, and then the moment January hits, I immediately want to jump back into the fantasy world. That is my comfort zone. In the spring and summer months, when the weather starts getting hotter, I want to read books that involve bakers and pastry chefs and baking. I don't know what it is, but I want to feel like when I open the pages of that book, it feels like I am opening the doors to a cafe or a bakery, and I get that whiff of like that sweet goodness. That's what I want a book to feel like in the summer. That was the only way for me to romanticize the summer, because I do not like the heat. I don't like the beach. I don't like the sun. So for me to romanticize it, I somehow fell in love with books that revolve around summer bakeries, and I just haven't gone back ever since. All in all to say, I might recommend you a decent amount of books that revolve around that concept. Not all of them though, so don't worry if that's not what you're into. I do have other recommendations for you, so you know, there's something for everyone. I'm gonna start off with not a book recommendation, but an author. And if you are anywhere near TikTok, you have heard of her. Her name is Emily Henry. She is honestly the queen of writing books based off of the summer and the spring months. Emily Henry is honestly just an extremely well-rounded author. What's great about her books is I feel like she doesn't make romance the main focus as the plot, meaning I have read countless of romance books where I feel like the author kind of overlooks the conflict or just skims past the whole plot line just to get to the happy ever after. And that is a big reason why I didn't really enjoy reading contemporary romance in the beginning. It was just unrealistic. I just feel like I was more invested in the storyline and they kind of just skim over it. I feel like Emily Henry does a really good job on not overlooking the life that these characters live. Her writing style is also very solid. Just overall, I think she's an amazing author. All of her books, at least the ones that I have read, revolve around the spring and the summer. You can just pick whichever one that you find the most intriguing. You don't gotta commit to a series, which is great. If you want me to help you narrow it down, Book Lovers and Funny Story is my top 2 favorites. Now for my favorite part are the bakery books. Starting off with the Island Bite series with Sweet Hand and Don't Go Baking My Heart. Sweet Hand is the first one, Don't Go Baking My Heart is the second, and I am aware that there is a third one, but I honestly don't think I'm going to read it. My personal favorite is Sweet Hand. I love Sweet Hand. If anything, Sweet Hand is what actually got me interested in reading summer books based on pastry chefs and bakers. She is a pastry chef and she owns her own business, and the male main character is part of the music industry. They're, I guess you can say, childhood friends, but they didn't really like each other growing up, and now they are forced to work together because they are the maid of honor and best man for a wedding. Both dual perspective. They're also both have spicy scenes in it. Easily avoidable though if that's not what you're into. Don't Go Baking My Heart didn't quite hit the mark for me because I wasn't a huge fan of the characters and the personalities, which is a personal thing. The overall story in itself is honestly not that bad, so I do recommend both, but I just recommend Sweet Hands a little bit more. The next one we got, I don't have the physical copies with me, but it's very similar to the Island Bite series, and it's called Sugar Blitz. I highly recommend both books in the Sugar Blitz one. Personally, I like book 1 better than book 2, but they're honestly both really good. Unlike Island Bites, where I do think you could read them as standalones, Sugar Blitz, I will recommend reading both of them only because the same exact characters come out in book 2. I'm talking copy and paste, it's literally the same characters. Sugar Blitz is about 3 football players from the same team, and they open up their own pastry store. You also spend a lot of time at the store, so you know there's gonna be a lot of sweet treats involved. Both series are very great. I can't really tell you which one I like more. As a series as a whole, I might like Sugar Blitz a little bit more, but individual books, I like Sweet Hand. Then the last bakery book I'm going to be recommending you guys, it's called Salty Spice and a Little Bit Nice. This one is actually a debut novel. It talks about type 1 diabetes and Asian culture. Basically, our female main character, she has type 1 diabetes and she wants to open up her own bakery where people with dietary restrictions can also enjoy sweet treats. This one holds a special place in my heart. To a certain degree, I can understand the Asian culture aspect of it. She does a wonderful job, in my opinion, displaying the emotional struggles the character goes through with type 1 diabetes as well as having Asian parents. For a debut novel, I thought it was really good. The writing was great. It's a rom-com. You got brothers, best friends, fake dating. What more can you ask for in a perfect summer book? If you want something more clean, more family friendly, I think all the books that I just recommended have spice in them. So if you're looking for something for more young adults, I got 2 books for you. The first one is Chasing Lucky and Guys. This one is probably in my top 5 favorite romance books I've ever read. I recommend this one to every single friend that wants to get into reading. Fortunately though, not a lot of them like Small Towns or Childhood Best Friends, so I'm actually obsessed with this book. It's so good. I felt like there was so much chemistry between the 2 friends. You can almost see the sparks actually flying. I don't know. I just thought it was so much fun. It was so wholesome. This one definitely takes place in the summer months. There is a small town bookstore involved. Just everything you can ask for in a book. The last one I'm going to recommend is also young adult, and it is called Places We've Never Been. If you are into road trips, summer heat, friends to lovers, then Places We've Never Been is exactly what you're looking for. Don't go into this one with high expectations, because I made the grave mistake of doing that. It just did not deliver. Let me explain. Just the whole story in itself, there is a lack of depth. I'm talking storyline, the chemistry between the 2 main characters. There is just something lacking in everything. This is the one if you want a light read, something quick paced, wholesome. But if you're looking for something with like a deep connection, then this is not the one. That is all the book recommendations I have for you guys this summer. I definitely want to venture out on the genres I read. I've been getting into cozy mysteries. I'm not a huge fan of like mystery thrillers because I just don't have the patience for it. But cozy mysteries have been a lot of fun. I haven't read too many, but the ones that I have read, I have been enjoying. So let me know if you guys want a part 2. If you guys have any recommendations for me, please let me know down below because I'm kind of running out of options on what to read. Also, let me know if you guys pick up any of the books that I have recommended, because that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to read every single one of them, and I'll see you guys next time with Sarah. Bye, Bubba Buzz.